So, are we ready? This is called Unpopular Opinion. It's a podcast series sponsored by Star Dream Cruises.
Did we end up confusing the travel agent there, or it's too complex to sell?
As an industry, we have led with commissions and discounting first and distracted the travel agents from bothering to learn about product.
Once the travel agents or tour operators are able to crack the cruise booking code, I think it's going to be even more rewarding for them.
This is episode number 1. Oh. We'll try and control our emotions.
Yeah.
बात को control में रखो.
हाँ, पर this बात होता नहीं है, वो नहीं होगा. Agents can't sell cruises like land packages in terms of the ease. The agent is not ready to learn, or is it the brands who are not teaching the agents well?
In my view, well, I think it's shared responsibility and shared blame, to be honest. I think agents, sellers, resellers, and cruises are all equally to blame. And I would also blame destinations, to be honest, because destinations participate in destination promotion. They bring DMCs, they bring hotels, etc. And only lately they've started bringing cruises into the conversation, right? We as a community and an industry have a shared responsibility to bridge that knowledge gap, because India as a consumer market is new to cruising, relatively speaking, right? Markets like Europe, Australia, US, they've been cruising for generations. For us, our grandparents never knew what a ship was. For them, a ship basically meant the Navy, right?
Or a ferry.
Yeah, or a ferry,
Yes.
or merchant Navy. And so we're a completely new audience to cruising. And therefore, all the stakeholders are equally responsible and equally to blame for this massive knowledge gap that exists in trade. And travel agents want to sell once they understand. And I'm sure, I mean, you guys also have the same experience that when we go out and we're meeting with our B2B customers, once they understand how much money they can make, the value added services that they can benefit from as a travel advisor, they all want to sell cruises. So the responsibility is shared, in my view.
Yeah.
Totally. And selling a cruise ship is more than selling a square feet. Let me be honest, right? The key to is first listen to your customers. What are they looking for? And then plug in rightly options that you have. And I think nobody to be blamed overall. I think the transitioning is happening right now. And I think once the travel agents or tour operators are able to crack the cruise booking code, I think it's going to be even more rewarding for them. As you rightly said, they understand it. When you start educating them, they understand it.
Absolutely. So yes, it's a shared blame. Okay, so there's no one specific category to be in. And before we say how the travel agents cover, let's blame ourselves first.
See, we didn't want you to be saying that. That's why we took the blame.
I'll tell you where the blame is on the brand. Okay.
I think many years back when we started selling cruises, okay, we started following all the cruising jargons. Okay, cabin categories, port charges, gratuities. Did we end up confusing the travel agent there, or it's too complex to sell? There is a cabin fare, there's a port charge, there's a gratuity, there's an onboard this, onboard that. Whereas they were very comfortable selling a hotel room. Simple to sell. Okay, one fare, simple, with breakfast, without breakfast, MAB plan, whatever, simple to sell, forget it, easier. So I think we ended up confusing the travel partners. Okay, they did not really sell the experience. They started comparing a cruise ship to a land-based holiday. No, it's a different thing. It has to be mixed together. So the good news is it's changing. Because the travel partners are now realizing that yes, there are advantages of selling a cruise holiday. Okay, yes, there are extra commissions. Even on the onboard spends, they can create revenues for themselves. I think the times are changing. And I think it's a lot of cruise brands who are now also putting in that effort to educate the market. It's not about a brand educating. It has to be a collected effort to grow the category. Till the guest decides which brand to go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to also maybe throw something a little controversial on the table.
Yes, please bring it
Yeah, go
on.
No, which is the commissions, right? When
Yeah.
you're talking about myths and we're talking about knowledge gap, and all of us agree with each other, but I think the shared blame, has to also go on how, as an industry, we have led with commissions and discounting first, and distracted the travel agents from bothering to learn about product, bothering to understand the difference and the nuances between brands, and understand how and why they should be charging a premium, and distracted them to focus on is पे 10% है, is पे 15% है, is पे 20% है, right? And I think that whole commission rat race. So while with hotels and airlines, that price war came a little later because it grew organically with over decades. But with cruising, the commercials caught up with us, and before the travel agent even understood what they were selling, they became more fixated on how much commission, how much discounting.
No, I think, yes, but if you look at from the brand perspective, okay, cruises started selling in India, okay, they started coming and promoting. Now, as we all kind of agreed, the travel agents were not selling cruises, they were very busy selling the other thing. What you would end up saying is, okay, let me launch a promotion. Okay, so you launch a promotion, the price comes down. Okay, then there is a corporate group which comes in. Okay, what if I do? Just pass the commission. Let this guy, create that value for him coming on a cruise as compared to choosing to go on a land. Yeah. So I think that's where it comes in. So if the trade would have supported earlier, the brands wouldn't have gone out. But if the brand wouldn't have done that, the agents wouldn't have produced that. So it's, yeah.
And that's the fun bit, right? Because that's the
Two
fun part.
sides of each the coin. That is.
Now the situation is the brands want to control the extra commissions. Okay, the brands are saying, okay, don't undercut. Don't keep the margins with you. Yeah, right. Okay, but the travel agents, there's a race between the travel agents as well.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so it's a race between a group being taken by A or a B or a C travel agent. The customer is probably not even asking for a discount.
Exactly.
It is a travel agent that's there and saying, you know what, go on, do this thing, I will give you so much.
Yeah.
Who's benefiting out of it? It's the end
consumer. And we are all suffering as a brand, as a travel partner or a cruise brands that we represent. We all kind of suffer on that front for sure.
If my margins are lower, why am I going to sell you? So it's a cash. It's like a chicken and egg kind of a
God, you
situation.
guys got really serious about all these things. It's just a myth. I just asked you because it is saying, can agents sell it easily or not? Blame game shuru hua and everybody's like,
It's not a
okay.
blame game. See, the thing is, these are the challenges we deal with.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
totally.
And we all have collectively created the monster, right? So now we struggle with.
And now you're trying to figure out how to fight.
No, but it's true. We struggle with now trying to tell the agent because customer says कि मुझे discount नहीं चाहिए. Because to her point, every cruise is not for every type of traveler. But I also believe that there is a cruise for every type of traveler.
Totally.
So,
That's the whole thing.
and we need travel agents to understand that difference to match correctly. Yeah, they need to get that segmentation to match correctly because once you're on the ship, you're stuck.
Yeah. नहीं अभी मुझे दूसरी शिप
You
चाहिए.
gotta go elsewhere.
डियर सी, अपनी पहली सैलरी से बस एक वेकेशन चाहिए था, बट आई एंडेड अप फाइंडिंग सो मच मोर. माई सेल्फ, नए दोस्त और वो सुकून जो कहीं और नहीं मिलता.
शादी के बाद हनीमून फेल्ट लाइक चूजिंग बिटवीन बजट और बकेट लिस्ट.
But the sea made it all possible. सपने भी, साथ भी.
You gave me a birthday I will never forget. Because my homies didn't just travel for me, they brought vibes, laughter, and memories I will carry forever.
Retirement party plan ਤੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸਭ bonus ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲਾ. 3 generations, 1 cruise, और हर पल full of life. We laughed, reconnected, and remembered what joy feels like.
किसी ने ब्रेक चाहा, किसी ने सेलिब्रेशन,
किसी ने कनेक्शन ढूंढा, तो किसी ने थोड़ा सा सुकून.
but all of us left with something more.
those small, perfect moments जो यादों में बस जाते हैं.
And to you, Star Cruises and Dream Cruises, thank you.
You ready? Did you check your questions as in the ones I'm going to ask you directly?
वो पढ़ लेते हैं.
Yay!
उतना homework तो कर लेते हो.
Cruises are just ships. They are sold as just ships. Destinations are secondary.
Okay, the way I look at it is, yes, as you rightly mentioned, either it's sold as a ship or the destinations that the ship is going to. It has to be a mix of both.
Okay.
It is the ship and the destination which creates this experience of a cruise. Say, when I get into a port, okay, the experience of going and tasting the local cuisine there, visiting multiple countries, enjoying the culture of that particular city also adds value to the experience and the memories that I take back after a cruise holiday.
Well, I agree. I think to a large part, a cruise it's an experience, right? And I think it's a reflection of how our market is also maturing and evolving. So traditionally, in the early days, Naresh has really sat in the driving seat of some of these changes. Indian consumers just didn't know what a cruise was. Consumers are, as market evolves, particularly in the luxury and small ship space, which I've seen a little more closely. We're seeing consumers now looking for experiences, and the destination and the onboard experience are both a part of that. That choice and that decision-making fact. Of course, there are exceptions. There are exceptions where you have very unique IPs on board, and there, Cruise to Nowhere is all about the onboard experience. But those are exceptions, and they should always be exceptions, because cruising is really about, historically, exploring the oceans, the rivers, the beautiful landscape of this planet, and just doing it in a luxurious way.
In fact, you can do one ship and you can do multiple itineraries with that ship year long. Right?
Absolutely. And the people who really understand cruising, so that's the way our repeat comes in.
It's actually, why do we as cruise brands keep on introducing newer itineraries, newer destinations? Because the experience changes. The moment the offshore part of it changes, the experience is different.
So, okay.
I want to put something on, on the table as well.
Yes.
As a cruise community, we have never been together. Never have the unity amongst the cruise industry. We have so many trade events, trade shows happening, but not at a single platform. We have an exclusive cruise event that people can come across and explore the cruises across the globe. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the brands. We're not talking about anything. What are we talking about then? Let's look at the continents. Let's look at everywhere. What are the options available in the world for cruising? Let them decide what can be sold or can be apt for their customers. But we do not have that forum, and we do not have that unity either. I think that's something we need to get. On this forum, I would like to say that whatever I can do in my preview, I will definitely do it. And I would want to let's all be a part of it and make a change.
We all share the same sentiment, Dipti. At one point of time, many years back, I, in fact, came with this idea and proposed it with a couple of my other brands' friends, is let's take a cruise pavilion. Okay, in one of these bigger trade shows. Okay.
So the idea was take a larger space, okay, have a couple of us sitting there, because the travel agent is coming in. Yes, as we said, each brand or each ship is a personality by itself. It's not that, suppose if somebody's come onto this particular cruise, that I'm going to steal that agent away. That agent is anyway just going to come to my booth as well. But all of a sudden, it's a category, you are seen bigger. All of a sudden. Sure. But it was.
So let's kind of
let's
promise.
change that.
Let's change that. At least
Change that.
we are trying this forum.
यार तो podcast खत्म नहीं हुआ, आप लोग take away अभी से ही answer कर रहे हैं. What is this? अभी तक बहुत बाकी है. There are two more
Okay,
bits.
we'll come back. Let's take this up offline. We'll take this offline.
The next myth is Indians will only book if there's an Indian restaurant.
Okay, let's talk about butter naan and chicken tikka masala. Yeah.
So who wants to go first? Dipti?
Okay, I would go first. So, yes, of course, all the Indian travelers, I would say they would first ask about Indian meal. I think it's a ritual before doing the booking process. It's like a part of the booking process. We are here to cater to all the kind of customers. We want to make them happy at the end of the day. But yes, it's quite challenging because not every cruise ship or not every brand or not every destination where we can, kind of have this Indian meal for
So
available.
is it a myth or it's a reality for you?
It's a reality kind of a thing.
Oh, interesting. And for you guys?
So see, let's understand from the guest perspective first. He's going on a holiday. What is a holiday? Holiday is an emotion. Okay. Food is also an emotion. So people will call up before booking and ask. I've had calls where people have said,
Fine, you're saying there is dal available. The dal ka tadka, is it in ghee or olive oil? So that's how, because it's a comfort. It's about being closer home.
okay, it's feeling at home. And that's what hospitality is all about. So as Dipti also mentioned earlier, it's not about this guy's only looking at Indian food. He may start with a butter naan or a chicken, then move on to the other cuisines or try the other cuisines and later end up possibly only with a dal and a rice. So yes, I think it is a reality.
It is a reality which might in future convert into myth. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely a reality, not a myth. I think, food, as he said, it's so personal. But I think that one of the things that's helping change or dilute the myth, let's say, is that a large part of Indians are also vegetarians, right? So they just want to be understood. As an audience, we just want to be heard. So with more and more brands offering vegan, vegetarian options and tasty vegan, vegetarian options, I think that's helping.
So you think the agents are more comfortable if the ship has some Indian food?
I think they're more confident.
Confident.
I think the agents are definitely have more comfort and confidence if we give them that support that yes, you can get Indian food on board. But having said which, I think there are products out there that are doing well that don't offer Indian food but are catering to dietary requirements. Correct. So I think it's how the market is getting segmented and how again cruising is evolving. So it'll keep changing, but yeah, it's never going away.
It's not going.
It's
And
never
it
going
also
away.
is multi-generational.
Yes.
So it's not about just two people going on board.
Yes.
So whether they like an Indian food or they don't like an Indian food. So if it's, say, grandparents, parents, and kids going together, the grandparents may surely look out for an Indian food, while the kids, the Gen Zs, they're more happy even having a Mexican preparation. But if he's as long as a vegetarian Mexican option is available, he's happy to try that.
Correct.
But the kids can't say, you know what, I like this, but my parents can't have Indian food just because they like it. So they look at it. It has to be a mix of everything. And that's what a ship does beautifully. Being multi-generational, serves multiple cuisines, and it serves the purpose of the family in totality.
I need to ask you a few quick questions, just a game. I need quick answers. Okay.
Are we in trouble?
I'm so mad at it.
It depends on the first question.
The rapid
This is
fire
very
really comes
stressful.
with current feeling and
The HR is listening.
Where's the
Okay,
basket
HR is listening
first?
to you guys. So, what's that one cruise rule you always break?
Oh, I can't say that.
I'll
You
be
know
judged
what
if I say that. I'll be
Please do
definitely
that.
judged.
Please tell us.
So, well, I say all of them to unwind and relax, but I am the one person who's getting on my phones and emails on the cruise as well. So that's something really bad.
Yeah. No, I can't say it. You know it. I've broken it with you on a ship, so you know it. I can't say it.
Yeah. What about you?
I'll second her answer.
Oh God.
So you're repeating the same answer.
This is too. You guys are like too good अच्छे बच्चे.
नहीं.
Okay.
करना पड़ता है क्या करें?
See,
जो बुरे बच्चे हैं वो आंसर नहीं कर रहे हैं.
exactly. So
How
I
can you
might as
ask
well
me to
answer.
tell me what is the rule that I break myself?
Yeah.
Okay, and getting on to
Yeah, correct.
getting on
Yeah.
air, okay,
so
with
you know
that,
what,
next
so
time
that
you don't break
out
it.
of, after that, there are so many of them breaking that. अगर Naresh कर सकता है तो बाकी कोई भी कर
नहीं,
सकता है.
and correct. And
You can't do
sorry,
that.
Sorry.
ठीक है. Dipti का आंसर अच्छा है. Safe.
Safe.
Because we all do that.
It's correct.
ठीक है.
Yeah. One quote you never get tired of.
One quote. My
Port.
Quote.
You never get tired of.
I
Singapore.
love that place.
I love Singapore, but no. You know what? I unfortunately haven't been to the same port often enough to be able to say that.
I really want to agree with Isha because I've never repeatedly gone on the same ports,
Yeah.
So I don't know
don't
if
have that
it is.
23 years Singapore. That's the reason I'm saying.
So that's why, yeah.
Okay, most of the sailing Singapore. I love to say Singapore. Okay, what's your guilty pleasure at sea?
Oh my God.
I definitely eat and drink more.
Yeah.
Much more than
But nobody is counting the calories.
Much.
He told
That's
me
a fact.
once.
See, generally, I have a particular dietary routine that I follow. Onboard, I don't.
Yeah.
Of course not. Yeah, because I don't have my daughter questioning me, why are you eating this? Why are you eating that? Go eat. Okay.
I actually technically enjoy every meal like there's no next meal.
Okay, one thing Indian travelers do better than any other nationalities on a cruise.
Do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the best.
I'm giving you an answer which comes from the ship. Okay.
Mhm.
On a ship, there are so many activities, entertainment activities that happen where the ship looks out for volunteers. Okay, so it's not just about the production show, it's also about crew engaging them with some activities, fun activities. Whenever they look out for volunteers, maximum hands that will go up are Indians. They ask for one, they'll get 10 volunteers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, fully agree with that.
Agree, and to add to it, they are the early risers also. They'll do a sunrise also, and then they are till late night in the discotheque enjoying or casino enjoying.
पैसा वसूल करना है ना
The last question is one cruise myth you secretly believed once. Long back. You didn't know it was a myth.
Secretly believed once. Ooh.
बहुत मुश्किल है
I can't think of it.
Yeah,
think
even
of
I-
it. After sure.
I think we're
So
so
you guys
open-minded
know
travelers.
everything.
We are
And you're
open-minded
very
travelers.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are good cruisers.
Yeah, cruise enthusiastics
Yeah.
actually. We're quite
Enthusiasts.
passionate about it.
My
So
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a message to pass to the trade. Okay.
That we're
Yes.
open-minded.
Exactly.
We're
And
open.
you're safe on board a ship. You'll have the best experience. It sums it up. So go happily sell.
yes.
So, what's your one takeaway from this podcast?
That we should do this more often.
I agree.
And I will say, coming from a different background with airlines and aviation, and that's a great space to be in as well. But the collaborative mindset and spirit in cruising is also unique. It's a lot stronger, and I think it's because we all share the same pains when we're trying to grow the landscape, and we've all learned through our own individual experiences that we have the same problems. We're trying to solve the same issues.
Correct.
And that brings us closer together and allows us to, work together and collaborate more. So yeah.
Cool. So thank you again, Star Dream Cruises.
Really